And we want to turn now to the wildfire emergency in South Lake Tahoe, California. The Caldor Fire is threatening more than 30,000 homes and businesses as it rages towards the popular vacation destination. Renee Santos of our CBS Sacramento station, KOVR, is there.
This is the nightmare so many have feared. Thick forests are exploding in flames. Firefighters are making a desperate stand, trying to protect neighborhoods filled with log cabins.
We're taking on a lot of heat here.
This is what they're up against. Tense moments as one firefighting crew was overrun as the wind shifted. They made it out, but the flames keep raging, threatening more than 30,000 structures.
And this is our hometown, and we live for tourists to come see it, and if it's burnt down, we don't have anywhere to go.
More than 20,000 residents have been forced from their homes. South Lake Tahoe normally bustles with tourists. It's now a ghost town. Nearby ski resorts are using snowmaking equipment on the approaching flames. The Caldor Fire has been burning for weeks, destroying nearly 500 homes. Powerful winds and extreme drought fueled by climate change are now pushing it into one of the most pristine places on Earth. Lake Tahoe, known for deep blue waters and crisp mountain air, has been blanketed with smoky air. Now flames are threatening entire towns that line the lake.
We've used the terms such as anomaly, unprecedented, or extreme to describe the wildfires. These terms are no longer appropriate.
You can see the flames are getting closer to cabins in this area. The winds are forecast to remain strong at least through tomorrow night. Horrible conditions for firefighters. Nora?
That tough air quality there as well. Renee Santos, thank you. Be careful.
We are standing right outside one of at least 20 properties that were destroyed in this fire, and we're in this driveway where a car was destroyed as well. You can see part of the glass here that was once a windshield melted on top of this car, and on the inside of this property, just look at the corner there, you can see a bathtub burnt. Today is very crucial for firefighters as they're dealing with strong and gusty winds, and I spoke to a man who got caught in that fire but survived.
I went out in the middle of a paddock area, just prayed to God, and we made it.
The Beckworth Complex fire raging in Northern California, destroying homes and cars. Flames moving up the mountainside where the fire is still burning strong.
We need some prayers out loud, folks.
Bill Cuddy got stuck on his property while trying to evacuate with his horse and mule. He had no choice but to hunker down as the flames raged right over him. Amazingly, Bill only suffered minor burns to his arms, and his home miraculously left untouched.
Left me standing out there, singed arms, and a horse and a mule, and I went, I'm still alive. I don't believe it.
Fire crews are bracing for a challenging firefight with strong winds, whipping up spot fires.
I didn't know what to expect.
It's concerning for Bob Schoenstein, who isn't letting his guard down.
I'm not too much worried about the rebuilding. I'm more worried about this wind. That fire can be on the other side of that mountain, and it could put embers down in the middle of this town and burn this town to the ground.
And just looking at this car here in the driveway, you can imagine just how hot it was. That was once tires that have been blown out because of this fire. And I'm sitting right next to a chair that was burnt. And this looks like a microwave that was once inside this property. Again, fire crews are dealing with gusty winds. You can see that wind blowing right now at this hour, which is making it a little challenging as fire crews do continue working throughout the evening to gain containment. It's been a month since Sandy and her husband were able to return to their property, seeing the devastation. They lost a total of 9 classic cars, among other items here, including their home. But tonight we're learning not all was lost.
This is all that's left of her china. And it was supposed to go to my daughter, and I didn't get it to her in time.
Sandy Meekham finds a glimmer of hope in these gifts found buried in debris, mementos with a long family history.
And it was my great-grandma's, Mrs. Claus.
Seeing all that was lost at her Grizzly Flats home isn't easy, including her husband's classic cars, all with a special name.
This one was Beast.
Her town was practically wiped out by flames.
I feel like we were erased. The town was erased, you know? We're all homeless because of something out of our control.
Marine One flying over mounds of rubble Monday, where hundreds of homes were destroyed. as President Biden took a look at just how devastating the Caldor Fire was. Michael and his mom made it out just minutes before flames ripped through their home.
Panic, because we didn't know what we were coming back to if we ever were.
Now, a month since evacuation orders forced Michael to leave, he and his mother are back at their property, where a purple piggy bank seemingly untouched by flames survived.
That's about it. Everything else is no longer. I don't even know what is what, because now it's just rebuild, everything. Everything you once had, no longer.
Fortunately for both of these families, they both have fire insurance and are planning to rebuild.